And there we go. Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you for coming back for the fourth. Sorry, I had to count real quick. Fourth episode ever of Meet Your Maker. If you guys don't know, we like to bring in different creators around the community, makers around the community, whether it be content makers, whether it be product makers or whatever. And this week, we are fortunate enough to be joined by Brother Jay, who happens to be the owner of BeardGents. So Jay, how you doing today, my brother?
Couldn't be better, Joe. Thank you so much for having me. I've been looking forward to this one.
Oh man, you know me, dude. I'm more than happy to have you here. I mean, me and Jay actually have a very funny start together. Like, me and Jay literally got started and nobody knew who the other one was. Like, we were
Yeah,
just getting going and we'd be in the lives together just talking to each other. And
yeah,
that was kind of the way it got started. And I've gotten to watch Jay kind of come into his own the same way he's been watching me come into my own. And it's been a lot of fun watching it happen, man, because BeardGents has really evolved into a whole different animal from what it was when I first saw BeardGents.
yeah. And so have you. We've both really just we've come a long way, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's a lot of fun. And now BeardGents is getting known for a few things, right? But we'll get to that. So, one of the things that a lot of people might not know is how did BeardGents actually get its start? What made BeardGents happen?
Well, first and foremost, it was I'd say it was a passion project. Um, I wasn't. I wasn't. I knew I was going to have to play the long game. I wasn't going to come into the industry to lose. I wanted to make something of myself, push a brand that I believed in. Um, but it was a passion project, and it was something that I had an idea for uh, really quite a few years back before I pursued it, and I just never really acted on it. And a few years went by, and that idea popped in my head again, and I said, you know what? Let me go for it. Let me do this. And around that time, I was sort of working in different industries and doing different things. A lot of people know that I worked in the health and fitness industry. I had a coaching business. I was a personal trainer. I had a roster of clients for many years. I did that for over a decade. Love that industry. Love health and fitness, and that was going extremely well. But then I had some health issues, and it kind of knocked my schedule around a little bit, and I had some issues with scheduling and lost a few clients due to that. And I was looking for a different business model, really just something else I could do back then on the side. And that idea for beard products and making my own products and um, kind of just that whole idea came around again. And I was like, okay, I think this is the right time to maybe pursue that. Um, and so I did.
Now, were there any
And
other
it's
products out there that you had tried that led you to be like, you know what? Because I know sometimes there's a certain product somebody will try and they'll go, man, this stuff, I know I can do this, and I think I can do it better than what's sitting on the shelf. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was using a few products, not many. I wasn't really just over the counter, things you'd find over the counter, different things like that. So just commercial brands. I really didn't know anything about this community or small batch at that time. It really was just, well, what's in the grocery store? What's at my local general nutrition store? What can I find? And I tried a few things, and they were just okay. Uh, the scent profiles weren't complex enough. They didn't really get me excited. Um, yeah, none of those products over the counter, those commercial products, really wowed me at all. And then I had some just bad experiences, not really with beard products, but just with face washes and other things. Some really bad experiences. I used one, which one reason what really motivated me to start making my own products. I had a really bad reaction to a face wash from a very well known skincare and men's skincare company. It's just something over the counter. It literally, I mean, if I get close enough, you can see it burned off my nose.
I remember this conversation. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. I remember this conversation.
And I'm stuck with this mark here. And I went to a dermatologist for over a year, once a month, to do laser treatment on the nose. It's a lot better than it was, but it destroyed my nose. And I reached out to the company. I was very upset. And
obviously,
they really didn't do anything for me. I was looking to really take further action. I just kind of a little while back finished my all of my treatments with the dermatologist. So I was really just trying to build some type of paper trail, show them that I am going to dermatologist and thousands of dollars on laser treatment to try to fix my nose. And it's better than it was, but it's not perfect. And so that was something that happened to me using a commercial product over the counter, a men's face wash, that just destroyed my skin, destroyed my nose. And that was a motivator to, go natural and make my own products. Alongside with, now's the right time to find a different business model. And it's just an idea I had that it was really the right time. But it was a passion project in the beginning, and then it just exploded.
Now, there's one of your brand ambassadors there. I'm sure the other one will be here soon. And I think you've done a great job with that, of finding guys who very positively go out there in the community and spread the BeardGents name very well. I think that they both do a great job of showing off your products and doing it in a way that's very positive and uplifting to others around them.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. I wanted to roll out an ambassador program a few months back. It was an idea of mine, but I wanted to handpick my guys. I wanted an elite team of men that really just kind of stood behind what we believe in. It just happened organically with these guys. Don and Corey, the only two ambassadors that I have, they were just God sent. They just, they were customers first, and then it just organically, they just morphed into ambassadors. And it was the right time and the right move to handpick these guys and bring them on the team, because, both of them had tried the entire BeardGents collection like 10, 20 times over. These guys love the products. They believe in what we're doing, the culture here at BeardGents. And, these guys bleed the brand, and it just happened organically. It wasn't forced. It just kind of happened. And it was a no-brainer that I had to bring these guys on, and they've been amazing for me. These guys, Don and Corey, are just outstanding guys.
Well, see, that's the best kind of thing to me, is when something is brought around organically. You know what I mean? And I mean, Don is such a BeardGents supporter. Like, you couldn't ask, for me at least, for a better ambassador. Like, Don will sit there like, oh, wait, you haven't tried BeardGents? Hold on, let me contact you real quick. And before you're done talking to him, he's going to get you to try some BeardGents. Like, yeah. And he's an amazing guy. He's always trying to do stuff for the community. And we need a lot more guys like him, honestly, because he makes the place a lot better when he's around.
Absolutely. He thinks like I do. And he's so excited about what we're doing and the products that we're releasing, that he wants everybody to try BeardGents, just like I do. He's passionate, he's excited, and that's the kind of guy I want on my team for sure. And so Don, and he was my first ambassador, and then we brought Corey on. What I love about those two guys, they grew up together in California, so they're like old best friends that have now reunited since we have kind of joined together and created this team Gents. And so that's really nice. Those two know each other, and they're like brothers now. They're I couldn't have asked for a better team of ambassadors. They're amazing.
All right, so if you guys don't know BeardGents yet, I'm going to tell you this right now. You need to get over there and try some of BeardGents. It's amazing stuff. But if you don't know, okay, Jay actually has a system to his oils and his products. So if you order 2 different oils from BeardGents, you will not get the same carrier blend in them. So why don't you explain to everyone why you have started that process?
Yeah, we believe, a lot of it has to do with, my background in health and fitness. My main priority is skincare and, and beard health. And we're the only company that I know of that really doubles down and focuses on health first. And what I like to call it is cross training. We believe in cross training your beard for optimal health and growth. And we
Right.
do that by switching up the carrier blend. So every recipe that we formulate has a different carrier blend because the carriers contain different nutrients. And so when we rotate those and play with a variety of different nutrients, and you use a variety of different blends like that, you're really training the beard. You're cross training the beard really for health and for growth. And it does a world of good for the skin and for the beard when you just kind of rotate the nutrients. And I always say variety is the spice of life. And so we really believe in no two recipes should ever be the same. We like to play with those carriers.
I think it's a cool thing, man, and I think it's something different and something unique to BeardGents,
Right.
And not that I'm saying anything against companies who have that set carrier blend. Either way, to me, I just think it's something that's different and something that is just BeardGents is the fact that they change the carrier blend with every scent profile that comes out. And I also think that makes it interesting because no two oils from BeardGents are ever going to be the same. So if you've ordered Mr. Cool, let's say, and then you go get Mr. T, you're getting two totally different experiences.
Absolutely. And I should say it's not easy to do that. It's very costly. We've spent a fortune, not only where we source our oils from, we get them from the country of origin, because scientific research has proven you get a better quality oil. So not only is it expensive to do it that way, but it takes a lot of time and just extra TLC. For example, when we whip up our butters, we can't just whip up a massive batch and then just distribute, okay, Mr. Cool butter here, Mr. T butter here, El Caballero butter here, because the carriers change. So
Right.
every time we do a batch of Mr. Cool, we got to do a completely new batch of something else and another batch of something else. And so as these orders come in and our butters do quite well, we're constantly whipping butter, a batch of everything that we have. So it's time consuming, it's costly, it's not easy, but it's the best option. We're not cutting any corners. It's as far as, we just want to maintain that high standard of quality. And that's how we want to do it. So, but it's easy.
What's that old saying? There's no shortcuts to greatness. You gotta work for it.
Absolutely.
And I mean
Absolutely.
that's what this is. Now, you just touched on something that I wasn't even going to ask at first, but since you brought it up real quick, how has COVID been affecting you? Because I know that you guys source your stuff from the points of origin, and I know right now getting certain products in, it's not easy at all. So how has that affected BeardGents?
Yeah, we've had some challenges as far as trying to get product. There's been shortages on product. I've just recently had to create a new relationship with a different supplier, just because one of my suppliers, there was a shortage on a few things we needed. So I had to, I can't sit on that. So I had to find someone else to do business with and try to get what I did. So there's been a shortage on products. There's been a delay on getting products as far as, shipping. A lot of, whenever we need something from a supplier, we need to do it 3-4 weeks out before, and try to stay on top of as far as inventory goes, try to order things in before we need it, because if we wait till the last minute, we're in trouble. So yeah, just things like that.
Just had it
business goes.
It's made you think outside the box a little bit, find different ways to get stuff done.
Yeah, and try to get things here quicker.
Okay.
That's been the biggest thing. But as far as business goes, we've really thrived during this time, which in the beginning I was really concerned because I saw a lot of beard companies kind of fall off.
Yeah,
or kind of closed
absolutely.
their
It was a
doors.
scary time for a little while there, man. It really was.
Yeah, and I was worried, but we actually did okay, more than okay. We really thrived during this time, and I'm just so blessed that we did. And business has been on the up. Repeat business is up. New business is up. Our follow count is going up on social media. People are following us on the gram, on Facebook, and the engagement from everybody, the support. I couldn't thank our customers and supporters enough. I mean, I'm floored that we've done so well, and there's no secret to. I mean, I know why we've done so well. It's our supporters, our customers. And I always say, whether you support us with your pockets or with your voice, it has really helped move us forward. We have really scaled because people have got behind the brand, and they really believe in what we're doing, and I am just so grateful for that. I really am.
Yeah, it's been an amazing thing. Again, like I said, I started with Jay from the beginning here. So watching what BeardGents was to what it has become and what it continues to grow into every day is very impressive to watch. And it makes me feel good because Jay is genuinely a good person. Like, he's genuinely a good dude, and the people around that company are all good people. So I want to see them succeed. And that's why when people ask me about BeardGents, I have nothing but positive things to say because I've never had a bad experience with BeardGents personally.
That's awesome. Thank you. That means a lot to me. That means a
So
lot to me. And
talk to
yeah.
me about something here. So you get started with the company, right? You're rolling out your first few scent profiles, your first few oils or whatever. What was the first, let's call it, big hit for BeardGents? The one that made you go, I think we got something here. People are really liking this one.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Really good question. I want to say when we first launched, we launched with 4 oils, which was our original 4, all essential oils, and our charcoal bar, our beard soap, our very first soap. And we started to get so the ball was rolling, and we started to get some sales come in early on for some of the oils and stuff. But it wasn't long before I would say that first product that really was like, okay, here we go, was the charcoal bar. Our first soap, for
Now we're
sure.
speaking my
I
language,
would,
sir.
yeah, I have to credit the charcoal bar, our first soap, is what put us on the map. That's what got people's attention and was like, whoa, wait a minute. These new kids on the block, they've got this charcoal bar. It lathers up like a dream, smells amazing, long lasting, the biggest bar I've ever seen. That's what did it for us. And we started to get momentum from there.
I mean, that charcoal bar for me, the first time I ever got one of those, because I remember putting in my first order with Jay, and it was the El Caballero combo and the charcoal bar because I kept hearing about this soap, and I'm like, okay, I got to try the soap, right? I don't get the oil bomb, fine. I got to try the soap. That charcoal bar was what dragged me in. I was like, if this dude is making stuff like this, what else is sitting over there? What else do I need to get my hands on? Because me and Jay have talked. He knows that, unfortunately for me, El Caballero wasn't the biggest hit for me. My brother loved it. That's why he wound up with it. That's why Nick has it, and I think Nick's almost done with the bottle. He used it today, actually, but I think he's almost done at this point.
Yeah, he's got the OG bottle and the old bomb tin. Yeah, man, he's
Yeah.
got the original stuff there.
I just wasn't a big fan of the profile. I knew it felt great in beard, but that charcoal bar was like, oh my God, man, I got to get more products from Jay. It needs to happen. Then finally, Mr. Cool Oil and Butter came in, and then, I mean, we just went on a roll from there. But let's talk about the soaps for a minute. So we started with the charcoal bar. That's the OG of the game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then the coffee bar came along, and then we got the newest one, which is the apple bar. And it's amazing to me how long all 3 of those last. That's what amazes me the most. I mean, they lather beautifully. They feel amazing in the shower and out. Your beard feels great. But to me, the most amazing part about it is when I get a BeardGents bar, I don't just use it on my beard. It's my full body soap when I'm in the shower. Now, I've had those 3 bars since May. We're in August, and I'm just getting to the apple bar now. So I'm just getting to the 3rd bar finally in August. That's a long time for soap, man. They last an amazingly long amount of time. And I think, personally, I think it's because of the way they lather. But you can set that right here if I'm wrong.
Yeah, yeah, definitely 2 things. The lather, you don't need a whole lot to get lathered up, and the size of the bar. It's bigger than any commercial size bar or any other bar on the market. 6.5 ounces. The pictures and video of our soaps don't do it justice. I mean, once you get it in your hand, you take it out of the box, it's huge.
It's a beast. It is a brick of soap. That's the best way I can put it for you guys. For the price you're getting, it's a brick of a bar, and it lasts. I mean, literally, that 1 bar, depending on how often you wash and don't wash your beard and stuff like that, can easily get a month out of 1 bar. I mean, easily.
Yeah, easily. It will last you a long time. And a few of our customers, what they're doing now, they're picking up. I've had a few customers, quite a few, pick up all 3 bars at once. They are they won't need to buy soap from us for a long time. You know, if you do that from now, you will have soap for the rest of the year, maybe crossing over until next year, because you can alternate them, or you can just use one and then finish and go on to the next one. And they're just going to last forever. When you do it that, it's just, yeah, you're going to have soap forever. I mean,
Robert Bison is bringing up a real problem. I left my apple bar in the shower, and all of a sudden everybody else was trying to use it. I had to go get it back. I had to go buy one of those travel things so I can keep it in my room when I ain't showering. I ain't using my bar. That's my bar, not yours. Get out of here. Like,
yeah, that happens often too. A lot of wives and girlfriends will steal their guys' soap and even their night pirate, and use that and put it on their pillow at night. And the soaps are for everybody, whether you have a beard or not. You can use it on your hair, on your face, on your beard, on your body. These are multi-purpose bars. I get that question a lot. So have fun with these bars. Everyone use them. A lot of the ladies buy them too. So they're for everybody.
I say it more than once, and I mean, Jay can tell you, anybody who watches my lives can tell you, if I'm asked my favorite bar, BeardGents. Every time, hands down, it is my favorite soap bar, period. Okay? There isn't a better one for me, personally. And that's what if everybody asks me, hey, I want to get a new bar of soap, who should I go? BeardGents. That's where you need to go. If you haven't tried it, go try it, because it's just amazing stuff. It really is. And very well done, dude. I can't believe how good it is.
I appreciate it. And we have more bars of soap coming. I already know my next soap.
That was my next question. That was my next question here. Are there new bars on the way?
New soaps on the way. I have a lot of ideas. A lot of people know that, I jokingly say I have the next 3 years planned as far as.
Yes, I've heard you say that more than once. I've heard that more than once from you.
And that is hard to keep secret, because the excitement and knowing what your next 10 moves is going to be. You're just, trying to keep your mouth quiet, like with what we have coming, what we have coming up. But I already know what the next bar is going to be, but it won't be here until sometime next year. Probably scheduled for a release sometime in spring next year, but a spring release. But I know what it is, and yeah, there's more bars coming. There's definitely we're in the soap game pretty strong. So yeah, there's more soaps coming for sure.
Okay, well, we're gonna make a thing right here on Meet Your Maker right now. They're gonna make me a promise that you shoot me a message like a couple of weeks before that's coming out, so I can go ahead and get one as soon as they're ready. Like, whatever the new bar is, I need it here, dude. That needs to happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, the bars have done well for us, with the charcoal bar, the coffee bar, and then the apple bar. And I have a few ideas. I'm just ready. I'm ready for the next one, but we'll have to wait. The apple bar to have its day, have its moment. It's doing really well. And then there's one behind that. It's around spring next year.
You changed my mind forever on the coffee bar, by the way. Me and Jay have talked about this. When I ordered the charcoal bar, Jay was telling me, Joe, the coffee bar is amazing. You got to try my coffee bar. And I'm like, Jay, man, I'm not a coffee fan, dude. I'm not like, that's not my thing, you know? And then I won
Yeah.
all three of the soaps. And the coffee bar was sitting here, and I was like, I just got done with the charcoal bar, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's just try out this coffee bar real quick, see what it's like. And it's amazing, man. It really is. It's like a smooth coffee, very nice. And what I love about it, and I know some people are different, they want their soaps to like the smell to linger forever. I don't get that from BeardGents. It doesn't linger forever in my beard, that smell of the coffee, which I like because as soon as I'm out of the shower, I'm grabbing an oil and a butter to throw in my beard, you know? So having that soap smell still in there, whether it's coffee or whatever it might be, could interfere with whatever I'm putting in my beard for the night.
Yeah, that's a question I get asked all the time. Does the scent linger? You know, will I get out of the shower and smell like apples? Will I smell like coffee? And the answer is no. You're only going to smell the scent that's coming from the soap while you're using it in the shower, and then when you're done, it's gone. And I didn't want a scent that lingered because for that same reason, you want to go right away and put your oils and your butters and do that. So and our soaps are very different as far as fragrances. So yeah, it doesn't linger, it doesn't stay with you. Once you're done using the soap, that's it. It's not going to stay with you, and I love that.
All right, so let's talk about something that we were just kind of touching on a little bit. Let's talk about the butters because everybody knows BeardGents got started. They were doing the oil balm combos. That's not uncommon. It's where a lot of companies get their start. That's like the standard. You start with your oils and balms, and then slowly but surely the butters started coming. And now I believe you have butters in every scent profile, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Except the original four, which are all essential oils. But right now, one of them we do have butter for. We're doing a limited run while supplies last, which is Dawn Citrus, which is
Okay.
orange and bergamot. And everybody who had tried one of the original fours, Dawn Citrus, they said, "Man, when's the butter coming? We want butter. We want butter." So it really, because of popular demand and just listening to the customer, was the reason I wanted to do that. And so for a limited time, you can get Dawn Citrus butter, and then all the others, yeah, have butters, all the new stuff.
Now, talk to me through your process of getting to the finished butter, because I know from talking to you a few times that the butter was out, but you weren't completely satisfied just yet. And if I know you, you're probably still not 100% satisfied with it, and you still think you can tweak it and make it better if I know you.
Yeah, that's what drives me crazy because by nature I am a perfectionist. So I'm never satisfied. I just get it. I just get it as close to perfect because nothing really is perfect. We try to get it as close to perfect as possible, where I can sleep at night. You know, and so we've done that with everything that we've rolled out. But when we first, last year we didn't have any butters. We were still the new guys, and I could see that the future of beard care was we had to get into the butter game.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, and so it was important that we started with butters as soon as we rolled into 2020. So we released our first butter right away, January 13th, as soon as we 2020 rolled around, and we it just made sense to start with a bedtime blend. Night part was doing so well, and most butters, people like to use those before bed. It made sense to have our first butter be the night part, and so we released the night part first, and then the other scents and recipes came out with butters. But yeah, I wasn't really satisfied when we released our butters. The first couple of batches, and we had already released our butters, and they were okay, but they weren't perfect. And I lost a lot of sleep on it. And
I
I went
remember
back
those
to the drawing
conversations
board.
with you.
Yeah,
I remember those
I went back.
conversations with you.
Yeah, man, I was really pissing me off. I just had, I had to go back and just make those changes, and just had to play with the ratios and add ingredients and remove ingredients and just play with it until I got it perfect. And we had already released the butters, which is what really annoyed me because I don't like to release anything prematurely. It has to be ready, which is why I like to take my time. And not that we rushed out butters as far as releasing them. They were ready. I knew I could do better.
Right,
So
right.
I was up to the challenge, and I was going to fix it. And so on the fly, butter's already out there. I'm trying to, just working in the workshop, just trying to get it right, and we did. It didn't take too long, but it took a while. I would say the butters by far have been the hardest, the most challenging product from anything else on the collection that we've worked on.
So how many versions of the
right.
butter would you say there were? Like, how many versions did you go through before you got to where you are and said, okay, I'm still probably not thrilled, but this is where I'll call it good now?
I would say, right now we have it perfect. We have it exactly. The challenge now is during the summer months, butter's
Yes.
melting. But I know a lot of companies have that same issue this time of year. For us,
Yeah.
I'm still learning because it's our first summer with butters, so it's all new to me, and I'm trying to figure it all out. How can we ship the butters so they don't, or I'm trying to find better ways. But that's been a challenge. But as far as the way we've got the butters now, it's perfect. But in the beginning, I would say we had to go through like 3 or 4 different versions of our butter. The first butter was just way too hard. Our butters, we were using mango butter, shea butter, and cocoa butter. And cocoa butter is a very hard butter. And if you use too much of it, it's going to make your butters really hard. Now butters are whipped. So we got them nice and fluffy, light and creamy. And then after a few hours, they will harden up and almost be like rock. And it would be very hard to get it out of the jar. But once you warmed it up in your hand, it would work like butter and it would do its job. It just didn't feel right coming out of the jar. And I didn't like that. I wanted something a little more, I wanted it to be sexy. I wanted it to be light, creamy, fluffy. Kind of keep that whipped consistency, just like it is when we first whip it. So I removed the cocoa butter, and I removed a few other things and played with the carriers a little more, the ratios, and it took 3 or 4 different versions and playing with it, and I got it just right now. It's now light, creamy, whipped, and it just melts in your hands, and it's we've got it just. I'm very happy with it now. Very happy.
No, I enjoy your butters quite a bit, man. I was very impressed when I got it. I still need to get this guy in butter, and I'm sorry, I know the label's a little messed up, but that was from it getting destroyed in the mail and everything else. It had nothing to do with Jay.
Yeah,
they left it sitting out front, unfortunately, on a monsoon, basically, here in Jersey that day. They left it sitting inside of a box in the front that filled up with water, and it was just, at least the product survived, is all I can say. At least it survived.
Yeah.
But would you say, and the one I just showed here, Mr. T, which I plan on getting the butter for, would you say Mr. T is your most underrated scent profile, or one that people overlook because they watch it, they look at it and they go, like I did, I was guilty of this. I looked at Mr. T and I went, green tea? And no, I don't think so. That's not for me. Would you say it's a fair thing to say?
I would say very fair to say. It's definitely on people's radar. It flies under the radar. A lot of people, and I think it's the green tea. When they think green tea, they're like, And I'm telling you, it's not what you think.
Nope.
It's not what you think. You get the dryness of green tea, but you get those citrusy notes of the pink grapefruit, and the lemon cuts through, and it's perfectly blended. And it is very masculine. We have supporting ingredients in there too. We have, which we don't always talk about it, but it's on the website. But it's also, supporting ingredients are musk and oak moss, which kind of really just kind of makes it masculine. It gives it that masculine twist. But you get that citrus, and the green tea is there, but it's really well blended, and it's one that will really, really shock you. It almost it's very cologne-like as well, but very masculine, very fresh, very clean. I would say it's one of those that it will surprise you. You just have to try it. You just have
Listen, true story. True story. Me and Jay were doing a live together on Instagram, and we were just on there kind of BSing and whatever, just having fun. And he brought up Mr. T, and he's like, Joe, I'm sending you a Mr. T. And I was like, all right. I was like, I mean, yeah. He's like, don't do that. I'm sending you a Mr. T. Let me know what you think about it. So it gets here, and I open up the box, and my daughter's like, you don't look too excited. I'm like, it's a green tea thing. I'm not going to like it, right? I'm like, I'm not going to like it. And then I went just like that. And I went, wait a minute. I went, that's not, what is that? I went, that's amazing. And then I actually got it in hand, warmed it up, got it in beard, and it opened up. And it was the most surprising scent profile I've ever gotten in my life because it was nothing like what I was picturing. So that's why I think you're right. I think people think green tea and they automatically assume one thing. But with this scent profile, you're wrong. You're absolutely correct. It's clean. It's masculine. It's very nice. And it's almost cologne-like. It's so nice, so refreshing, just beautifully well done, man. Seriously. Very nice job. And way to go proving me wrong and shutting me up. Good job. Good job. That's not easy to do.
I love doing that. I love doing that. Yeah, Mr. T is one of those that I had a lot of fun working on it, and it just puts you in a good mood. And I tried to do that with all of our new blends. You know, as I'm getting better as a maker, the scents are changing and getting more complex, and I'm having fun with these, and I want them to be fun to wear and just kind of put you in a good mood. Mr. T does that. It came out in the spring in March, and it's a really spring summertime scent.
I agree 100%.
Yeah,
very fresh, clean, invigorating. Just very much a spring summer scent profile, man. Just a beautiful thing to wear out. Really, it is.
Yeah, it really is all those things, and manly too. You know, you think you're wearing a cologne after a few hours, you know, and it's one of those that kind of, you warm it up. It's very different in bottle than once you warm it up in your hands, you get it in the beard throughout the day. You know, you'll get that dry green tea, and then you'll get the lemon, and then you'll get, you know, there's layers, and it's complex, and it's just a happy scent, man. It really is. And the carrier blend is just, you know, it's we introduced the new carrier with that one, rosehip oil, which is phenomenal. You know, very, very good for you, for the skin and what it can do for the beard. Hemp seed oil is also in Mr. T. So just a great carrier blend. Again, chin up those carriers. Feels great in beard. It's a lighter oil. And what's really cool is the color of the oil is green.
Yes.
So everything about Mr. T was just green. You know, we wanted green tea, Mr. T, and you know, it looks like green tea.
My brother actually drinks quite a bit of green tea, my youngest brother, and he has the bottles everywhere all the time. And when this came in, I was like, look, it looks like he poured it right into the oil. I was like, this is so well done from a marketing standpoint because it's all screaming Mr. T to you. Very well done.
Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun with that one.
So,
you know, and then
you had a lot of fun
on words.
Yeah. I mean, that's something else we were going to talk about here. So, BeardGents, gentlemen, right? And that explains your titles, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, we try to stay in theme, keep the names all in the whole BeardGents theme.
So you actually just did a giveaway with Beard Times with Scott where it said, what does Grandee mean? And when that went up, I couldn't stop laughing because the only reason I knew what that was because my grandfather used to use that when he thought somebody was like, I don't know how you say this, I guess bougie, if you will, if they were rich and like high up, he'd be like, oh, yeah. He's a real Grandee. Just leave him be. I mean, my grandfather was Portuguese, so that's where it came from, I guess. But I had zero idea what that really meant until I saw that giveaway, and I went, huh, what was my grandfather saying all those years? I was like, what does that mean?
Awesome.
And I had to go check it out, and I was like, look at that. So that's what he was saying about those guys. All right, that makes more sense now. I get it.
Yeah, when I saw that, it put a smile on my face because you had a story, and
Yes.
you know, I love that. I love that when you know you had an experience and a story that you know the reason why I called it that. So that put a smile on my face. That was really cool.
So my question with the name is though, right? Are you starting to run out of ways to say gentleman or man?
You know, I think about that all the time, and you know, I'm sure that time will come, and you know, I'll have to figure it out when that time does come. For right now, we're doing okay. You know, we've got the Sir, we've got the Mister, we've got the Mister, we've got El Caballero, which is gentleman in Spanish. We've got the Cubano coming out. We've got the Grandee, a man of high rank. We've got Don Citrus, a play on the word Don. You know, that mafia term. You know, the boss Don. So we're doing okay. We're having fun with the names and stuff. And but yeah, that may be something, you know, down the road. We start running out of different ways you can call a man, you know. So we'll see.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's cool, and I think it's very smart, again, from the marketing standpoint. BeardGents, Mr. Gentleman, everything's in uniform. The only thing, I mean,
Yeah.
for me, I would just get a little more creative down the road. Maybe start doing like some captains or things like that, because it's all a man still. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're all.
What's really hard is I have, you know, just like I have a stream of products all lined up. And, you know, I joke all the time. But it's true. I have a journal and I keep all my ideas in there. And I've got all the names of maybe products I want, you know, different names and different things I want to try. And we have, you know, you captain, we have things in that kind of, you know,
Oh, see, I hit.
that
I see. Look at that,
yeah,
man. I wasn't even trying.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But what's exciting about captain, we won't just go with something. We won't just go with captain. I have we're gonna put a little twist on it. You know.
Hey, Bluegrass over here. Ken from Bluegrass is working hard, Jay. He wants to know what that Cubano scent profile is.
Yeah.
He's been pushing for it a few times tonight.
Yeah, everybody does. Today we revealed the carrier blend for that, and tomorrow we're going to reveal the scent profile. 12 p.m. Eastern on our main page on well, it's going to be everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern. So everyone will finally know what the Cubano scent profile is, and so everyone's been trying to figure that out and trying to guess and you know, having fun with it. So we'll know tomorrow. I'm excited.
I think that's part of the fun of this, though. A little bit of mystery. It adds to the intrigue of the launch, man. It makes people more curious, you know? I think that's fun, and I think it's cool. And again, it's all done in fun to have a good time with these things, get some community interaction, get everybody guessing and stuff. And it's a lot of fun, you know? I think it's cool. I really do.
Yeah, a lot of
So,
our customers know I like to tease a product and get you familiar with a product before it even releases. You're like, oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of it 100 times. I know what the carrier is, I know what the scent profile is. I'm ready for it. You know, it's like it's been in our face for months now. You know, it's like I'm ready. You know, our customers know that we like to do that. I love to tease.
look, see, Ken, look, Bluegrass man, Ken, you can't get too upset. Look, Don just said it. Bluegrass, if it makes you feel any better, I don't even know what's that. That's how top secret it is. Like the Don doesn't even know
Everyone
what it
I
is yet.
do, yeah, my closest friends try to find out what I'm doing as far as scent profiles and the ideas I have, and you know they don't know. And my ambassadors, everyone thinks my ambassadors, you know, they're very much a part of what we're doing behind the scenes. But one thing that I don't let them know is, you know, I tease them too because when they were customers, they experienced that, and I don't want them to lose that just now because they're ambassadors. I know that they enjoyed the tease as well. They enjoy being surprised, and so I don't those guys know either. They don't know. They don't know. Don, Corey, they have no idea.
Well, they'll have to wait till tomorrow like the rest of us. They'll find out.
Yeah.
So talk to me about this little guy right here,
Oh yeah.
the Daddylicious run. If you guys didn't
Daddylicious.
know, this was a limited run that Jay did with his daughter. They did it together as a Father's Day thing. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was so cool. You guys know my daughter Sam and me Without Sam, I don't make sense. Everyone knows that by now. So when I see dads and daughters doing things together, it just touches me in a very special place. I think it's awesome to see fathers and daughters interacting, and I think it's really cool that she wanted to be part of the whole Daddylicious process. So talk to me about it, man. How did it all get started?
Yeah, we wanted to do something for Father's Day, and as we got closer, I knew it was something I wanted to do with my 7-year-old daughter Jada, and so we got together, put our heads together, and I was asking her, give me some ideas. What can we do? Let's do a limited run of something. When we do our limited editions, we don't do butters, we don't do balms. It's just an oil, and it's extremely limited. Our limited editions. Daddylicious was only 40 bottles. We only made 40 bottles, and so we came up with different ideas, and it was her idea to do bubble gum, and I wanted the idea to come from her because I wanted it to be kid-like, and that's something a kid would say, bubble gum. We had a few other ideas. She said cotton candy. She said confetti cake or a cupcake or something cake. But in the end, we both liked the idea of bubble gum. And, I wanted to, I tried to explain to her there's a difference between chewing gum and bubble gum. And bubble gum is what I grew up on, the Bubblicious, and it's very hard to get a hold of those now, but I got my hands on some Bubblicious, some old school stuff, and we were chewing Bubblicious every day during the make of Daddylicious, and she loved it. And I was like, this is how I want it to smell. I want it to smell just like Bubblicious, bubble gum, that iconic bubble gum fragrance. And we got to work on it, man, and we had a good time working on that together, and it was her idea. And then Bubblicious is a play on the word, Daddylicious is a play on the word
Yes.
Bubblicious. And because it was for daddies this Father's Day, daddy, and it also worked in line with BeardGents and the daddy and man thing. So it was perfect, as far as the name. And then we wanted to make sure we put it in a sexy bottle. And so the bottle looks like, when you look at the bottle, you think bubble gum. So just very strategic on how the bottle looked, on the fragrance. The blend is very nice. It's a lighter oil. Feels very good in the, and that's where that came from. My daughter Jada, that she was the mastermind behind that. Awesome.
Yeah, and I think it was really cool. When this came in, me and Sam did the unboxing together like we do with quite a few products. She's getting older now, so not quite as cool to open up stuff with Dad anymore, but she's still every now and then when certain ones come in, she'll be like, oh, wait, what are you doing? Let me open that one. And I'm like, all right. And when she opened this one, she smelled it, and she didn't say Bubblicious, actually. You know what she told me? She said that this smelled like the big league bubble gum that you used to get in the package.
Yeah.
That looked like the chew for the players. That's what she got from this. She's like, Dad, this smells like that gum I really like. And then she started using it in her hair. My nephew, actually 2 years old, will come in here and put his hands out like that because he likes to put it in his hands and smell his hands. So I got to be careful, man. I got to hide this one now. Like, I can't leave it out. People try to steal it from me.
Yeah, this was really, made by a kid, and kids love it. And I love that because I saw a lot of that this past Father's Day. The kids getting involved as the dads opened up Daddylicious, and a lot of review and unboxings came in for Daddylicious with the kids, and the kids were excited about it. And we included a piece of bubble gum with each purchase. And so the kids are chewing the gum, and
Jay
the dads
tried.
are chewing the gum. And
just so you guys know, Jay tried to make sure I got a piece of gum. He sent 3 for me because he knew, like, Sam's going to take the gum. Yeah. So he sent 3.
Oh, yeah.
I still didn't get a piece of gum. I still didn't get it.
Oh, man.
She hijacked the gum and went and stole it from me. I still didn't get a piece. It's cool, though. It's fine. I mean, it made her happy.
They were good, too.
Yeah. She was sitting there loving them. She's sitting right in my ear. Here. I'm like, what? Really? You stole it. You got to chew it in my ear now, too? That's not cool. That's not all right.
Yeah. We chewed a lot of gum during that time. My daughter chewed a lot of gum.
Smelled it
And
as
we were
soon as I
chewing
opened the
gum.
mailbox.
Oh, yeah, it was strong. Yeah, that came right through.
It's a beautiful profile too, man. It really is. And you're right. When you think about the fact that a child had something to do with this, a 7-year-old kid, it's a lot like when me and Bam worked together. The first thing he asked Sam was, "Hey, what would you like to do in a beard oil?" She said, "Cotton candy." She's a kid. So, of course,
Yep.
these are the things that come to the kids, and they want to do bubble gum. So, you give it a shot. And this Daddylicious is really something unique. It's a lot of fun, and it's just something cool to really have in your collection, too. Like, for me, I just wanted it, period. I just wanted to have it in the collection, something that's cool, and you can say, look, man, BeardGents did this once. They only did 40 of them, and I've got number 35 sitting over on my shelf. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, we had a lot of fun with it, and all the bottles are numbered 1 through 40. One, and through 40. You know what number you got. Yeah, you got number 35 or 40. Yeah, so it's a collector's piece, and only 40 were made, and it did so well that it may or may not return maybe next Father's Day. We'll have to see. But Jada was
See
very
now.
excited. Yeah, she was very excited, and
You keep leading me
she
right
goes,
into my next question, dude. You're just such a good guest
"Oh
right now
man,
because you keep
oh
segueing me
thank
right
you."
into my next question, dude. Like you act like I sat here with you and like maybe I should tell people in advance. Like I should get the guest on. Like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Then they'd be like, Jay, I didn't tell Jay anything, but he's still nailing all this stuff. The limited run
Yeah, people
sense.
people people will ask me, "What's the show about tonight? What are you guys going to talk about?" I don't know. We're just gonna, Joe's gonna just ask me questions, and we're just gonna have a good conversation. And yeah, I don't know, but the fact that I'm doing that, I'm making it easy for you. That's great. That's awesome. Glad I could do that.
Well, I like to keep things like fresh, if you will. So therefore, I like to have the
Yeah.
owners here, and they just answer the questions I throw up honestly and have some fun with it. I feel like when you send people questions and like, here's what I'm going to ask, it gets taken too serious, man. This is just fun. That's all. I want to have fun in this
Yeah.
community, and I want this to be a fun place for everyone to come, meet a maker, and have a good time. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
enjoy
To
doing
rehearse
this.
away. It's
Yes, no.
yeah.
Once you throw rehearsal in, people get real serious about stuff, and I'm not. That's not
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
um,
Again, organic. It just
yes,
happens naturally. It just is real.
absolutely, and organically, Jay keeps leading me into my next subject, and that's beautiful right now.
Yeah.
So the
Good.
limited scent profiles, right? The limited runs. Daddylicious was very popular. It was a big hit for you guys, I thought. Will you be doing more of those in the future? Will we see more of that from BeardGents?
Yeah. If I can, I'd like to at least have 1 to 2 limited editions per year.
Very
So our
cool.
first limited edition was Gingerbread Man
Yes, I
last
remember that.
Christmas, and that was our first Christmas and our very first limited edition. And if I tell you something smells like something, man, so far I've proven that. Gingerbread Man really did smell like fresh gingerbread cookies coming out of the oven. Daddylicious really did smell like bubble gum in a bottle. And so pay attention to my scent profile descriptions. I tell you this thing smells like something. Chances are it's going to smell exactly like I'm telling you. We've done that. But yeah, Gingerbread Man, then Daddylicious. And so, yeah, more will come. I like doing those. And they're very exclusive, man. Like Gingerbread Man, we only made 12 bottles. Only 12 bottles were made. And the Daddylicious, only 40 bottles were made. So when we do limited editions, don't sit on those. And it's tough because sometimes it takes a while for a new release to really catch on. But with limited editions, we don't have that because there's only a few bottles. And so when they're gone, they're gone. And we may or may not bring them back, or we may bring something else back. So Daddylicious might return, or next Father's Day, we may have something completely different. So, I always tell people, jump on it, man. Jump on those limited editions because when they're gone, they're gone.
Well, and I think the limited editions are fun. First of all, for the community, it creates some excitement. Everybody's talking
Mm-hmm.
about it. There's a buzz going on. But for the company wise, it's also very good for these companies because it generates excitement around the company as a whole, and it gets eyes to you.
Yeah.
and people talking about your company. And ultimately, that is the goal of any kind of promotion or any kind of thing that a company's doing, is to draw eyes to that company and get people making purchases.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And Daddylicious did amazing for us. It, it did really well. So it really helps with sales. It really helps with creating a buzz. I find that the community, they love gimmicks. They love gimmicky type products, things that are fun, are unique, are limited, very exclusive. They come in a different looking bottle, something that scented, like a bubble gum, like gingerbread man cookies. You know, it's exciting. So yeah, limited editions are awesome, and we're going to continue to do those for sure, for sure.
Sorry. If everybody in this chat probably knows, somebody else is live on Instagram right now, and people like to send you the invites, and I'm getting like 30 of them right now in a row. Hey, this person's live, come watch. And I'm just sitting here
Yeah.
swiping them all away. Like, yeah, I know, I'm live too. Thanks a lot. You can stop sending me the invite, please. I get it. The community likes to support each other. One invite's enough, though, guys. I got it.
Yeah, it's tough when there's a lot of live shows, and so those of you that's here tonight, you chose this live show. I know Joe and I both greatly appreciate that.
I appreciate it with anybody. Listen, the way I look at it is, and I know the beard world's not the biggest world out there. We don't got hundreds of thousands of people following our stuff and watching our stuff. But I look at it like this. If 100 people click on my video, that means 100 people decided that I was worth 15 minutes of their day to watch my content. And to me, that's something special. That's something that means something. And I greatly appreciate that from every one of my followers, from every one of the family members over here at The Bearded Life. We thank everybody who has subscribed, liked. Even if you dislike a video, man, you took the time out to watch it at least, and I appreciate it.
Definitely. Yep.
Very funny, Ken. Very, very funny. All right. So we know that BeardGents has the bars, right? Is there possibly any plans in the future for a actual beard wash or a co-wash coming from BeardGents one day?
I thought about it, and long before I came out with our first bar, I thought about a wash. And I was like, no, boring, let me go with, I wanted something a little more primal, something you could hold in your hand, something manly, like a brick of a bar. And so we did the bar thing, and I'm having such a good time doing those. And I think, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's like the soaps we've had a lot of success that I have really no desire as of right now to pursue, having a beard wash or any type of conditioner. A lot of people will ask, do we need a co-wash or a conditioner with your soaps? Our soaps are amazing as far as conditioning. No conditioner needed. I don't really have any desires to make a wash. I'm having a lot of fun with the soaps. I think that's our thing. That's kind of become our thing. We're like the soap guys. And so, yeah, I can't say that we won't in the future, somewhere down the road. As of right now, I think you're going to just expect more awesome soaps from us.
Yes, and Ken, you're right. Unfortunately, you did see Chef in the shower with the apple bar. I mean, the apple bar was present, but unfortunately, so was Chef in the shower. I mean, we all had to deal with it, but still, good job, Chef. It takes a lot of guts to make things like that, man. I can't do that stuff. I'm too insecure. You ain't going to see my naked butt in the shower. That ain't happening. Like, it just ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I saw that. He did an amazing job. He looked like he was really enjoying himself. He said he was trying to channel some commercials of he's seen of me in the shower. So I think he did a good job. I think he did a great job. Yeah, I've done a few shower scenes, promoting our bars and stuff, and they're fun. They're fun. He did good.
No, I'm with Ken. If I'm doing it, I'm going to be standing at my sink with my shirt on with the bar of soap. You ain't going to catch me in the shower. I'm way too insecure for that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right. So
I have
no
a few of those.
co-washes, right? And that's fine. I just
Yeah.
questions I thought about when we were getting ready to sit down. I figured just things that I see other companies doing, and you never know if somebody else is planning on it or not. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think, I think when people think bar soaps, they think stripping, they think dry feeling. That's not at all what the Beard Gents bar is at all. It's very nice. It
Right.
leaves your beard feeling great. And I don't think you need a conditioner afterwards. That's just me, though. It's not a necessary thing.
Yeah. I don't use a conditioner. I just use our soaps. There's really no need. It's very conditioning. It's not dripping. Even though the charcoal bar is such a deep cleaning soap, it's still very mild on the skin. It feels, really nice on the skin and for the beard. And yeah, you don't get that strip feel at all, or that dryness that you
I
sometimes
gotta
get
say,
when you use a soap.
and Jay knows this, the charcoal bar has been my number one, right? Now the coffee bar was nice, but the charcoal bar still held that number one spot. I think the apple bar is knocking off the charcoal bar. I think that's happening.
Oh,
I think that's a thing because that apple bar, the lather that that thing gives you is absolutely insane. I mean, just incredible. It smells great in the shower and it doesn't linger in your beard. So it's very nice. You get out, you get dried off, and you're able to throw whatever you want in. It's just a beautiful bar, really. And I never thought I would like an Apple one, but that one's great, man. And it lathers so well, dude. I don't know how you do it. I don't want you to tell people how you do it because that's your secret, but it's amazing, man. It really is. And again, I have yet to find a bar of soap. I've got other ones that are good. I'm not saying they're not good. They're good. They're not as good as the Beard Gents bar. Not yet. Not to me.
well, I'm honored, man. That means a lot to me. We worked hard on those things, and yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud of him, man. The apple bar, that green, that sexy green color. I mean, it just looks. It's inviting. It's exciting. It smells just like a fresh Granny Smith green apple. So we nailed it with the fragrance, and then yeah, the lather, all natural ingredients. It's so creamy because of the buttermilk, and it has oatmeal, which is great for inflamed skin, and real natural honey, calendula extract, and then the fragrance. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot in there. You can read every ingredient. There's nothing throwing you off, something you can't pronounce or understand. There's no synthetic ingredients. It's all natural. It's safe. And I had to do that, especially after that soap I used that burned my nose off. I needed
Yeah.
to find something that was natural and safe. And I mean, my daughter uses our soaps. It's safe for kids. It's all skin types, sensitive skin, acne prone skin, oily skin. My wife has rosacea, so it's great for her rosacea. I mean, it
I
has,
was
and
just
people
gonna
report
say.
back and tell me.
I was
Yeah,
just
people
gonna
report
say.
back and tell me. Yeah,
Sam has very sensitive skin, my daughter. Very sensitive skin. And like to the point where certain detergents and things like that, we can't use them because it will cause a reaction on her skin. She'll break out. And
yeah,
certain soaps she can't use depending on what the fragrances are and what they use to make those soaps. Your soaps, she's tested them all and not one issue with any one of them has she had. So they're very good for people with sensitive skin. I agree, man. They're great because Sam has never had an issue with them. And that's something we do have to worry about. Even with the beard products she likes, she has to take a drop and put it on her wrist first and kind of test it out before she puts it in her scalp.
yeah, yeah. Very important to do that. And people report back and tell us, have acne from skin. I've tried things over the counter. Nothing seems to work for me. I had oily skin before using your soaps. All these different things, sensitive skin. And, if you consistently use, and I tell customers all the time, throw everything else out. You can't use our soaps and then use something else. And you got to be consistent and use just our soaps. Give it a couple of weeks, and you'll see a complete change in just you'll have a flawless complexion. You'll have smoother skin, a softer beard. your face and skin, and if you use it as a body bar, it's gonna you're gonna feel great. But you got to be consistent with it, because otherwise, if you're using other things could be, for accuracy, you don't know if our soaps are working for you because you're using other things, and what you're using could be breaking you out or just kind of interfering. So give our soaps a shot, and most of our customers only use our soaps. The same thing with a lot of our customers. They're not in the community die hard. They're not collectors. They only use BeardGents. Your average consumer, they find a beard care company that works for them, and they stick with that one company. And we have a lot of customers like that, and so they really benefit from the cross training, because they're not using other things that might be low grade oils, or their ratios are off, or they're using our stuff, or we've mastered our ratios. Our stuff is of the highest grade because of where we source it from. We do cross train and mix up the carriers, and so the consumer that only uses BeardGents, they're really benefiting from the whole cross training technique that I talk about so much, and they're seeing growth, and they're seeing health, and even my ambassadors, if you look at their beards from just a few months ago, their beards look healthy and have really grown, and of course they credit that growth and health to the BeardGents products, and cross training and what we've done with our products really does work.
We're using an acne wash before, and Jay challenges me to throw it away and just use the soaps, and never been better. There you go.
Yeah.
Josh, I didn't see the question, but I didn't see you asked about the soaps, but Ken did a great job of answering that for me. Thank you, Ken. Good job, brother. Thanks for having my back on that one. Greatly appreciated. Yeah. All right.
I see John for Rick's. Yep, $11.99. That's right.
Yep. So, guys, you didn't know this, but off screen, Jay told me he was going to tell you guys what was in Cubano. He told me that. I'm actually lying to you guys right now. I'm trying to get him to do it. He ain't going to do it. But just give me a little bit.
Everybody, all day.
Just give me a little bit of a preview about Cubano. Just a little bit, what to kind of expect.
Okay. Without giving anything away, let me just touch on the carrier blend, which I'm excited for. Revealed that today.
Actually, that would be great, because I actually haven't been on social media that much today, like surfing wise. So I actually didn't even see it yet. So I would love to hear that right now.
Great. Yeah, 12 noon today, we revealed the carrier blend. So we're revealing things in stages, and so now the carrier blend has been revealed. For the first time, it's a 4-carrier blend, and for the first time, we're introducing apricot oil. Apricot oil has never been used in any of our blends. So apricot oil, coconut oil, argan oil, and jojoba oil. So that makes up the Cubano carrier blend, and it's a beautiful carrier blend. It's a lighter blend, not too heavy, not too thick, and it just feels really nice in the beard, of course,
we can play on real quick too when you're done with this. I got something else I can ask you real quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, absolutely. And and then as far as the scent profile, we'll know tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern. But I'll tell you something that is it's our first Cuban. It's our first culture classic, where we have drawn inspiration from the city of Miami and the vibrant, exciting culture of Cuba. It's addictive. It's daring. It's very sexy, very unique, and that's all I can really say.
I tried for you, Ken. I tried, guys. I did my best, man. I did my best. I get it, man. He's dropping it tomorrow, and it's a launch, man. It's something he's excited for, guys. All you got to do is wait, another 14 hours or so? You'll be all right, guys. You'll figure it out. You'll see it soon.
And you know what? Everybody? I was going to wait until later next week to, because I revealed the carrier blend today. I was going to reveal the scent profile later next week. But then I was like, I'm so excited for it. And I'm like, you know what? just do it tomorrow. Let's just
Yeah, man.
let me tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is.
That
And we're getting
excitement
closer
starts
now to the
getting
race.
to you, and you're like, all right, you know what? I'm going to wind up spilling the beans on accident. So let me just put it out there before I let it slip before I'm ready for it to go out.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. And my wife, she's very picky when it comes to scents and smells. Okay. Um, she told me recently that the Cubano is her new favorite. Out of everything I've made so far, the Cubano is her favorite. So
Now,
that says a lot because, you know,
correct me if I'm wrong here. Wasn't El Caballero her favorite before that?
not her, not her favorite because she's always said
Okay.
Caballero was too strong. It's kind of too strong for her. She's very
Okay.
sensitive to smells. So her favorite, she's her favorite. She's always really liked Mr. Cool, Mr. T. She
Okay.
likes the Night Pirate. El Caballero, she likes it, but too strong. But the Cubano, she tells me, you know what? That's my new favorite. So
Wow.
she's
And
a
that's
fan.
important that the ladies like it, man. You can say what you want. It's important that the women like the way your beard smells. Otherwise, you're going to have somebody complaining for you to shave your beard off all the time. They like the way it smells.
Yeah,
They ain't going to complain that much, guys. Simple. Just got to,
yeah.
think.
This one, I'm very happy with it, man. We did it. This one's also very masculine. This one's almost like as well. It's you know, you got to think summer, you got to think Miami, you got to think Cuba. Um, you know, there's certain elements and that vibe that you get from you know, Miami and the Cuban culture, and we've really just kind of what's in our backyard here in Miami. We've just kind of blended something together and put it in a bottle, and you really get that. And I think we're going to do the Cuban people proud. A lot of our customers are you know, Cuban. You know, being based in Miami, I think we're going to make them proud. You know, our Miami fans and customers, and then just everyone else will have a little taste of our backyard. You know, something that really is home to us, to you know, to BeardGents, and yeah, you know, yeah. I know everyone's trying to
Man,
guess in the chat room. Everyone's been
Ken
trying to
is
guess
working
lately.
hard, man. Ken is working hard to try and get this. He's really
Cuban
working
tobacco.
hard. You know, you got
Well,
Logan. Everybody's
he says
trying, man.
he says Cuban tobacco. I will tell you this: tobacco is very important to the Cuban people. I mean, it's very much part of their Cuban culture. So, you know, don't put that past. You know, that very well could be part of the makeup of the Cubano. You know, it's
Oh, he might have just
you
given
know,
you like a little something, not much.
you
Little
know,
something, no?
yeah, Cuban tobacco. I mean, that's huge when you think of Cuban culture. So
Yep.
yeah, you're onto something. You know, use your, you know, think Cuba, think Miami, think summer, and you know, yeah.
All right. So one more question before we hit my little lightning round with my random questions. It's coffee and those cool little sandwiches. If
Yeah, I saw that. That made me laugh.
it
So
smells like a
the
Cuban
little,
sandwich, I'm buying a lot. All
yeah, yeah,
right. So
tostadas and cafe.
one last question here before we get to my little lightning round. Like I said, you actually touched on it a little bit about the Cubano carrier blend and how you said it's a bit on the lighter side with the carrier blend. What would
Yeah.
you say is your range of your oils, right? So let's just say your thickest oil down to your thinnest one. What would you say that range is like? Do you go really thick to extremely thin, or do you always try to play it kind of in the middle, no matter what the carrier blend is?
Um, we go through a lot of different processes when trying to consider what carriers to use for a recipe. Some of those things would be odor, shelf life, absorption, odor. Did I say odor already? Um, uh, of course, health, beautifying benefits. all those things. I don't really focus too much on whether it's going to be a heavy oil or a light oil. The
Okay.
carriers kind of dictate what that's going to be. But I do look at those things, skin type, shelf life, benefits, odor, all these things, and then I decide on why I'm using what I'm using. But yeah, I don't really, the carriers kind of decide how thick or how light an oil is going to be.
Somebody
But
brought up the carrier blend to Mr. T, so there you go.
Because we mix up the carriers and we believe in cross training, all our recipes are very different. Like our thickest oil is El Caballero. And that's because of the castor oil and the argan oil. Those are thicker oils. So again, because of the carriers, you're going to get a thicker blend with something like El Caballero. And then Mr. Cool is more of a medium, where something like the Grandee or Citrus is a little lighter. One, because it's a 2-carrier blend, and the thicker ones, or some of the thicker ones, are 4 carriers. So the more carriers, and depending on what carriers you use, some are thicker oils than others, you get thicker, or you get more of a medium or a lighter oil. The Cubano is more of a lighter to medium, where the El Caballero is more of a thicker, I would say the thickest and most long-lasting scent that we have.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, I was just curious if that was something that you actually kind of worked at, like trying to keep them all the same, or if you just kind of naturally and organically went with the flow of, hey, these are natural, thicker carrier oils, so I know this one's going to be a thicker oil.
Exactly. Yeah, the carriers I use dictate whether it's going to be light or thick, or and it just turns out the way it is. Yeah, I really focus more on what can the carriers do,
right?
As far as how can it bring a blend to life as far as those benefits. And some do have an odor, like hemp seed oil is very swampy, so I have to make sure that I get that one just right. Like the part, I had to really play with that a few times, because the hemp seed oil, and it's only a 2-carrier blend. It's hemp seed and jojoba. So the hemp seed was really coming through, and hemp seed, in its purest, most potent form, it's very swampy. And so you do get those earthy tones with the Night Pirate, but I blended it just perfect to where it's not, the odor is not too strong.
I'm sorry. Do you see what Ken?
Those things.
Do you see what Ken from Bluegrass is doing? I just found a BuzzFeed article titled 18 Smells That Transport You Back to Your Cuban Childhood. He's really working over there to try and figure this out, man. Ken is working. I want
to know what those are. He's gonna figure it out. He's gonna figure it out. Now he's like, he's reading books and articles. So forget about it. He's there. He's gonna figure it out.
All right, man. If you're ready, we will hit my lightning round here. And for everyone, yes? Nope. Okay, somebody just randomly knocked and walked away. That's fine. For everyone who's hung around with us, thank you guys so much. It's been an amazing night with Jay. And we still have a giveaway to do for you guys. So after our lightning round and everything else, and Jay answers my random questions, we will then get to this giveaway. So, Brother Jay, you all set over there?
I am ready to go.
All right. Favorite cologne?
Light blue, Dolce & Gabbana.
Very nice, very nice. I don't think I've actually ever tried that one. I was more of a Fahrenheit guy and myself, but I've never really ventured out with the colognes too much. But I've heard good things about that one.
Yeah, it's a good one, which I don't use anymore because I got really cool beard care products in beard. So
that's what's happened, man. To a lot of people. A lot of people are like, my colognes just sit there now, man. My beard care stuff smells better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Favorite ice cream?
I'm very, 9 times out of 10 I go vanilla, but my favorite, I have to give it to Rocky Road.
Oh man, this is why we get along so well. See, this is why right here.
Yeah.
Like Rocky
Yeah.
Road
If I
is
do an
life.
ice cream cone, if I do an ice cream cone, I might just like if I'm just kind of whatever vanilla. But yeah, Rocky Road has to be my favorite. Like if I'm
Oh
getting serious about ice cream, it's Rocky Road
yes,
for sure.
nothing better than a bowl of Rocky Road ice cream. There's nothing, nothing, absolutely nothing.
It's all you
Okay.
need, man. Yeah.
Favorite soda.
Oh man, gave up a soda a long time ago, but
Okay, then favorite soft drink.
okay. Oh man, I was always when I did drink soda, I was a big fan of cherry coke. So I'll get cherry coke.
My dad loved cherry coke. Loved cherry coke, dude.
Yeah,
Any cherry soda,
cherry
honestly.
coke with
Cherry
some whiskey.
Pepsi,
Woo.
cherry Coke. He didn't care.
Yeah.
Favorite alcohol.
I like my whiskey. So whiskey sits at the top of whatever I'm gonna have. Depending on my mood, I might do a glass of wine, I may do rum, but at the top, my go-to is whiskey. Sure.
Any specific kind of whiskey or just whatever's handy, pretty much?
Whatever's handy, but I do if I'm really gonna, let's celebrate. Let's really enjoy a nice glass of whiskey. It's gonna be a Macallan.
Okay.
Yeah, like an 80 bottle. Yeah,
Very
$80
nice.
bottle, like the good
Yeah.
stuff. Like a 12-year. Let's celebrate. Maybe after the Sonata releases, I'll have to get one of those. Crack it open with a cigar. We'll do a live. We'll do something.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Favorite cereal.
Favorite cereal. Man. Oh man. What are they called? The Reese's Puffs, I think are those Reese's Puff,
Yes.
chocolatey
Yeah.
ball things. Oh man. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And my daughter loves those.
Those are good.
Love those. I'm more of a Frosted Mini Wheat guy. Sam loves that other stuff.
Yeah. And growing up as a kid, I used to like weird cereal too, like Raisin Bran. I used to like Corn Flakes or just simple, But I like this or Captain Crunch. You always did it for me,
Yeah, Captain Crunch is kind of like
Reese's Puffs.
Captain Crunch is like a timeless favorite. It'll always be there. It's always a good one to grab if you need one.
Absolutely. Or
All
those
right.
Flintstone Pebbles. Those were pretty good too.
Oh, yeah, Fruity Pebbles. Yep, another good one. Sam loves those ones.
Yeah, those are good.
All right. Car question here for you. American Muscle or import?
American Muscle, baby.
Hey, see, now, this is why me and him get along so well. It's very simple here. Keep things easy, okay?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Favorite rock band?
Oh man, favorite rock band. Oh man, there's a few bands that I can really, musically I'm very diverse. I'm like all over the place, man.
Me too.
Really
So
love
am I.
music.
My playlist is like somebody with ADHD. I'm so all over the place. It's crazy.
Oh man, favorite rock band. Oh, that's tough, man. Because like if we're
See?
like some of those.
We
like,
ask the tough questions over here.
Yeah, like those. There's some timeless classics from like Queen and Bon Jovi. But then like I really got into Linkin Park. At one point. So yeah, I don't know. Like that's a very question, man. But those are just some of the bands that
Those are some good ones, though.
Yeah.
Those are some good ones. Some really good ones. I happen to
rock
quite enjoy
stuff,
Queen. I've always liked Queen stuff. Bon Jovi, I'm a Jersey guy. Come on, man. Bon Jovi's a damn legend over here. The guy could sell out a stadium sitting here tuning his guitar. He doesn't even have to play a song and he's gonna sell out, And Linkin Park, well, growing up 90s, Linkin Park had its time, man. They were on top of the world at one point. So those are all three really good bands, man.
Yeah, and then when I'm in the gym, I'll get crazy and I'll, Disturbed and more Linkin Park, Papa Roach, something that's just loud, when I'm in the gym and stuff. So, yeah, I'm very diverse musically, man. Yeah, but I love rock and really, I can go from like old school rock and roll, Motown, all the way through the years everything in between, very diverse musically, because my background was I was a DJ. I was a mixed DJ and a radio DJ for many years before I started working in health and fitness. So that's a huge part of my history, music and DJing. And so musically, man, I love music for sure. I'm all over the place.
All right. Favorite actress?
Oh, man, favorite actress. That's a good question, Joe. Oh, man, I've never really given it much thought.
Everybody thinks about their favorite actor. They never think about their favorite actress.
This is true. This is very true. Okay, the actress I want to name, not so much for her acting, just because I think she's hot. And I'm going to go with Selma Hayek. I'm going to go with Selma Hayek. She reminds me of my wife a lot. And
you're an extremely lucky man. You're an extremely lucky man.
I love watching her for that. She had, the accent and it's my wife. It reminds me of my wife. So I want to say Selma Hayek. Like, she does it for me. So
Selma Hayek is a timeless classic, man. She is a great beauty in this world, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's good.
Okay, MMA or boxing?
I like MMA. I respect MMA. There's something about the sport of boxing, and I've always been fascinated. I've always been coming from that training, health and fitness side for so many years. That's where that's what I've done. The way a boxer trains, there's something a little special about boxing. I think because of its, again, a timeless classic. We're talking about classics. We're talking about, MMA is still very new. I love MMA, but there's something a little special to me. I think boxing, it's because it's so classic. It's so ancient almost. It's been around a lot longer. And, we've had so many great champions, over the years, and MMA is still very new, but I respect MMA and the way those guys train and what they do. But I want to give it to boxing. I'll say boxing.
See, now I have to agree with you here. I love MMA. I enjoy MMA quite a bit. It's nothing better to me on a Saturday night than sitting down and watching MMA. The only thing that beats it to me is when there's a big boxing fight on, because to me, nothing still captures that feeling like when you get two of the best in the world. Pay-per-view numbers are through the roof. You got tons of your buddies around, and for months people have been talking about this guy and this guy, and who. Boxing still holds a special place in my heart forever. I understand that MMA right now is definitely the more popular of the two, but to me, boxing will always hold a special place to me. And I'm sorry, nothing was better than watching Mike Tyson in his prime run through everyone. People were paying $60 to watch Tyson for 4 minutes. Like, that was the reality.
Yeah.
Football.
Yeah, I think a lot of the younger folks, they really like MMA. Like you and I are like the same age, so I think we understand boxing. Like when we were coming up, boxing is what we had, and like you do remember those legendary fights, those pay-per-views. So I think it's a little more special to us. Where MMA, if you're a little younger, that's more your game, more your sport. So yeah, I can see how that.
I'll tell you the fight that really sold me, because I was a boxing fan, right? But you saw a lot of those classic fights, but they were on playbacks. They were replays and watching the Hagler Hearns and all that. The fight that sold me, though, the one that made me go, I'm a boxing fan for the rest of my life, this just hooked me, was Gotti versus Ward, their very first fight. Here was two guys who had nothing. They were nobodies, basically. And they just went in there and beat each other half to death, basically. It was one of the greatest fights I had ever seen, and I was hooked, dude. That was it.
Yeah, man. That's all it takes. Two guys just going at it, and, underdogs, and, you find yourself in the ring, and it's the way those guys prepare for those fights, the training. It's MMA guys too. It's they're both amazing athletes. But yeah, boxing, got to give it to boxing, I think, for sure.
Okay, football or baseball?
I'm not a fan of either, but if I had to pick, oh man, this is tough because I don't like either of those two sports. If I had to pick, oh man, that's a tough one, man. Because football to me is just, all right, huddle up, boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
Huddle up, boom, boom, boom. Play stops. It's just kind of like, oh, come on, man, let's get going here. It gets exciting when there's a run and there's a catch, and and then baseball is kind of like the same thing. Like, okay, I'm being biased because I'm a hockey fan, and that's just fast. So those sports are a little too slow. They're a little too slow for me. But if I had to pick, I'd say, oh my God, I'd have to say baseball.
Okay. Go with the timeless, America's sport, all that good stuff. I hear you.
Yeah.
We already know the answer to this one because you already answered it, really. Vodka or whiskey?
Yeah, whiskey.
Okay. Now, let's say we already kind of covered that one. I don't know if you're a fan of this sport, but this is a discussion that happens a lot. So if you have an opinion, let's see. Jordan or LeBron James?
I definitely have to, and I know people argue on this, very controversial, but for me, it's Michael Jordan.
Listen, we will probably never see another physical talent like LeBron James on a basketball court ever again. Okay? The man can literally play every position. He can do everything. And athletically speaking, he is probably more gifted than Jordan. But Mike had this killer instinct about him that when he turned it on, you were not going to beat Michael Jordan in his prime. It wasn't going to happen. And that is what has always separated those two, is that when Mike went out there and he was I'm going to win. That's that. You were not going to stop him at his best. It wasn't going to happen.
Absolutely.
But
a true champion. And LeBron, too, has done amazing things. But Michael Jordan, he'll never be.
No. And I think it's just to me, the way I look at things, I think it's amazing that LeBron can even get himself entered into that conversation because Michael has put so much space between him and the other guys that the fact that LeBron has even found himself in that discussion, that's pretty impressive to me. That's nothing to hang your hat about. But I think at the end of the day, when you really break things down, yes, LeBron, you can yell all day long. He's the more athletically gifted player. He's the more all-around player. But game on the line, championship game, who would you rather have? And me, I'm going to take Mike every single night of the week. It's that simple.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And he, oh, man, just exciting to watch. Just so exciting.
He was
just a really star player.
And he played in an era where, but Mike played in an era where there were other killers on that court.
Yeah.
He played in an era of legends, man. There were so many other greats out there. And a lot of those guys don't have a ring simply because they had the misfortune of playing against Michael Jordan. That's just the reality.
Yeah. He got you excited about basketball, whether you were a fan or not, or followed the sport or not. Everyone knew who Michael Jordan was. And when he would go up and just dunk the ball, no one did it better. Exciting, just a true star. He could carry a team, If he said it was going to happen, it was going to happen. That's it.
Tomahawk, I respect you, sir, and I respect Kobe Bryant and the things he's done. He was a great player, but to me, Kobe is a firm third. Like in that discussion, Kobe holds and he holds it strong. There aren't many players who are close to that either, but Kobe's a firm number 3. To me, that's just the way I feel. But Kobe Bryant was an amazing player, and I will never take that away from the man. And he was an amazing individual, too. So never take anything away from him. But to me, it's kind of like right now the only chance that Mike has of being taken off of his throne is LeBron's last 4 years of his career being amazing and him winning 4 championships in a row, basically. That's the only thing I see as a threat to Mike right now. That's it.
Yeah.
You
know, and then growing up during our era, I mean, it was all about Jordan. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, it's
dude.
Like,
I mean,
again, it's like, well, yeah.
You had kids in that era that they would come up to you one day, right, and they were this fan, they were Knicks fans. Then they saw Michael Jordan for the first time, and they went, no, I'm a Bulls fan, man. The whole world was a Bulls fan during the 90s. True. Okay. Because even if you didn't like the Bulls, the fact was if they were on primetime TV, you were watching because you wanted to see what Michael Jordan was going to do with the lights on. It was really that simple.
Absolutely.
Suns versus Bulls, best series ever, Barkley versus Jordan, and Barkley would have gotten that ring if Mike wasn't there. I mean, again, he did it to a lot of guys, man. Like Karl Malone. Karl Malone would have a ring. Michael Jordan just said, no, sorry, Carl. I can't let you do it. And that's why, to me, he'll always be the greatest. Always.
Yeah, for sure.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show? Oh, man, I have a few favorites. But I have to give it to King of Queens.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Kevin James. Yes, sir.
Funny. Yeah. Good show.
He's part of my
favorite.
What I call my favorite comedy crew. The whole Adam Sandler group, all those guys. I mean, I know they put out movies, the critics slam them. I'm like, I don't know why you guys are slamming this. I still love this stuff. I just think they're all funny together.
Yeah. King of Queens for sure.
All right, Jay. It's time for the 2 biggest questions in the community right now. I mean, these are 2 mega questions, dude. Like, these are monsters right now. Monsters.
Oh, boy.
You ready?
I am ready.
All right. Steak. Well done or bloody?
Or bloody. Oh, if you put it like that, it sounds disgusting. Medium steak, baby. Medium steak. Little bit of pink in the center, baby.
We can disagree on that one. That's fine. That's fine. I can live with that.
Cut it with a spoon. Cut it with a spoon.
Oh, no. Food's supposed to be cooked, dude. Cooked all the way through. All the way through.
When I was younger, I used to well done. Always well done. And then one day, by accident, I went somewhere and I asked for well done, but I kind of got it a little undercooked. I got it kind of medium. And I was like, wait a minute, okay, I'm just going to, my wife's like, send it back. I'm like, no. I'm okay. Let me just eat it this way. And it was tender. It was juicy. It was great. And I was like, you know what? And then from that day on, whenever I ordered a steak, it was medium. And that's the way I have it now.
Listen, I mean, by accident. I have this discussion all the time, and people know where I stand. I prefer my steak well done. I don't want it like a piece of charcoal, though. There is ways to make a well done steak properly, and it's still juicy and it still tastes good. But a lot of the times in this house, when we're having like London broil or something to that effect, I wind up having to eat my stuff medium because everybody else in the house likes it that way. So I'm not going to be like, hey, just put my piece back in for an extra 5-10 minutes. I just whatever. So I don't like hate it. I prefer well done. That's the way I prefer my steak. And it's become a big topic.
Ken says there's hope for you. There's hope for you. So that's good.
Joe, there is hope for you yet. Hey, man, I'm always open to try things. You know what I mean? Well done steak. Oh, man, Fable, Colin hitting me right in the stomach. Well done steak is like drinking a Four Loko. Colin, by the way, it's awesome to see you here, brother. Thanks for coming in, man. All right, last question, and this is the biggest question in the beard community today. This is it, man. Forget the whole butter bombs, carrier blends, all that stuff. This is the coup de grace right here. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
It does not belong on pizza. It's a
Good
fruit,
man, Jay.
people. It's a fruit.
Good man. Thank you, Jay. Oh my God, I'm making sure I get all these votes tallied up. So I think I got like 2 for 3 right now on this show with this question. I'm doing pretty good here. Like, here we go. Pile them up, baby.
I've said before, I can eat pineapple on pizza. I do enjoy it. My wife likes it that way. Almost like 9 times out of 10, if we're ordering pizza, I ask her what she wants. She wants Hawaiian. So I can eat it. It's fine. Doesn't gross me out at all. I just don't believe that it belongs on pizza.
Right.
I can do it, but it's a weird topping to me. Like, I'd rather do a pepperoni or some mushrooms and some peppers and some bacon and some onions, toppings. But pineapple, it's just weird to me. But I do it. But yeah, I don't think it belongs.
Well done steak and Hawaiian pizza hate. I'm out of here. Sorry, Colin, man. The Hawaiian pizza stuff, man, it's never clicked with me. Pineapple has juice. Like the juice no. I've tried it too. It's not like, I know some people who say, oh man, that's gross, and they've never tried it. I've tried it. I've got to try something for me to say I don't like it. I've tried it. It's just not for me. It's not something that it's just none of it's good. It's all bad to me when you put it on pizza, but that's just me. And I appreciate that one went my way at least. The steak thing, it happens. But the pineapple on pizza thing, my goal is to have about, a couple hundred votes, maybe one day as I grow, maybe a few million, and then I can go to like Congress and get them to pass a bill that says pineapple doesn't belong on pizza and get it outlawed. That's my ultimate goal one day. We'll see. I got to get some backup on this, but I'm working on it.
It's very popular with a lot of people, the whole pineapple pizza. It does a lot better than anchovy does. More people do that. So
you probably like Bloody Marys too. I actually don't. I don't like Bloody Marys. They're not. I don't know why. No, not something I enjoy.
I'll do a man mosa in the morning, maybe over a Bloody Mary, but not Bloody Mary.
No, I'm not a Bloody Mary fan. I've tried them because I've always seen. I used to watch my grandmother and her friends get together for brunch, and they'd all be sitting there drinking them, and I was like, "What is that?" And one day I finally tried it, and not for me. Just not for me.
Yeah.
Not something I enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I want to thank everyone who's hung around all night long and made this an amazing live. You guys are awesome. Some of the questions that I've rolled in have been great. The interactions have been absolutely amazing. And Brother Jay has been awesome enough to do a giveaway for you guys tonight. And what we're going to do is we are going to do a soap bar of choice. If I'm correct here, Jay, right? All right.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah, the winner can choose.
Right. So it's going to be of choice, and they're all 3 great choices. So really it's just going to depend on which one you want to try. I'm loving the apple bar right now. So I'm telling you, I'm absolutely loving it. So what we're going to do, guys, is we have 27 people in here. So
nice.
We'll just do this with the random number. Okay. And here we go. I'll break down the rules before we get going here. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a random number. I will give you the range. When I give you the range, please only enter once. And remember that the internet will prioritize your answer on your screen. So the way it's going to go down is whoever gets the number first on my screen is the winner. So if everyone's all set, everyone's paying attention, just go ahead and give me a thumbs up in the chat and we'll go ahead and get this thing rolling. So you got to go over these things because unfortunately what I see on StreamYard, it's not the same as what people see on their screen at home always.
Yeah.
Chef is forfeiting. Good. That means everybody else has a chance to win. Everybody saw Chef and they were like, no, Chef is here. The Don wants to know if he can play.
Yeah, Corey was asking the same thing earlier. I said, you can, but you have to forfeit your ambassadorship.
See? See, there it is. I mean, he's the boss, man. I can't do much about it, guys.
Yeah, that just wouldn't look right. You know, like
no, I agree.
And then it's like, yeah.
I agree, sir.
Plus, I take care of those guys. So, yeah.
All right, guys. So here we go. We're going to do a random number. Only enter once. 1 through 12. Go. Only enter once, guys. And remember, the first one I see on my screen. Can I come back after I win?
Yeah.
Very good. Gotta wait for StreamYard to catch up here. Hold on, guys. There we go. All right, now they're all rolling in. Let me go and check this out. All right, guys, you can stop. We have a winner. I just have to double check and make sure nobody else got it first. So that's what I'm doing. Dun, dun, dun. Nope. All right, so it looks like the win, and I can't show you because my random number thing's on my computer tonight, but the win goes to Mrs. Bluegrass from over at Bluegrass Beards.
Nice.
Miss Bluegrass with the win. Congratulations. Throw some congrats in the chat. Congrats to Miss Bluegrass. So, guys, I mean, I'm sure you know how to get a hold of Jay by now. So just go ahead and get a hold of Jay, and he will set that all up for you guys.
Yeah, just let me know what bar you'd like. The charcoal bar, the coffee bar. We have our apple bar. Whichever one you'd like, we'll get that to you.
I mean, for Ken, it probably comes down to which one hasn't he tried yet. So he's got the apple bar.
He's really going to benefit from this win here. Yeah, he's tried the apple bar, loves it. So there's the other two, coffee bar and charcoal bar. So
I'd go charcoal bar. That's me, though. I'd go charcoal bar. The coffee bar is very nice, too, though. So
yeah. People ask me all the time.
All right, wait. So Miss Bluegrass, Miss Bluegrass would like to pass it on to somebody who hasn't tried a BeardGents bar yet.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
So if we have somebody here who has not tried yet, honestly, go ahead and put that out there.
Yeah, Billy has one coming. What's up, Billy? Yeah, I can't wait for your bar to arrive. It's on the way.
So Joshua Ricks is saying he hasn't tried yet, Miss Bluegrass.
Joshua Ricks.
He's the first one on my screen to say it.
Same here.
So if that's okay with you, Miss Bluegrass, that's where that win will go. If that's all right with you. If that's okay with you, we will pass it on to Joshua Ricks, as he is the first one on my screen who said that he hasn't tried it yet.
Awesome. Yeah. And Joshua, just go ahead and send me a DM on Instagram and let me know which of the 3 bars you want, and we'll get it out right away. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll get that out right away.
All right, Jay, man. So we're getting ready to wrap up here. So the last question I always ask all the owners here, real simple. What does the future hold for BeardGents?
That's a great question. Like I said, I have really like the next 3 years planned out with ideas and things I want to try to achieve. I'm getting better as a maker. I'm getting better as an owner. We're going to continue to work hard and create our own path and create exciting, new, innovative, creative, kind of out of the box type products. Focusing on beard care and not losing focus, not doing other things or coming out with other products, but keeping focused with beard care. And we're going to continue to do that. My personal goal for the business in the next 5 years is to open up a local brick and mortar, a store.
Cool.
With a manufacturing space. So it will be a store, manufacturing space, and call it home. And that's my 5-year plan. And just really continue to just position ourselves you know, we want to be in that top three. When you think, okay, who are the top three guys, the top three companies in the game right now? We want to be on the top three. So, you know, that's the goal for BeardGents. We're not going anywhere. We didn't come into the industry to lose. We're here to play the long game. We know it's going to take time. We're still fairly new. We're about a year and a half old, but we're having a blast. We've created a splash. There's a buzz about us. People that have tried us, they're staying with us, and we're having a good time. And we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. And but that's the goal. That's my personal 5-year business plan, and hopefully we can achieve that. But yeah, we just want to continue to bring it and just keep doing it, you know. And we're having a blast. And thank you so much for all of our customers and our supporters. A lot of you are in the chat with us tonight. Can't thank you enough. I try to make all of our customers feel like they are my only customer. And it's hard to do that as you scale and you grow, you get big. But I'll never stop trying to do that. And I think we do a pretty good job. You know, my ambassadors, part of my customer support team, they help me do that. And I'm very hands-on and very personable. I talk with my customers on a daily basis. I have a lot of those. My customers are on a full basis with me. You know, I'm easy to get a hold of. We have some great conversations. I've made some great relationships. So, yeah, I want all my customers to feel like they're my only customer. And no matter how big we get, how popular we get, I want to try to do that. And that's important to me. So thank you to everybody. Thank you so much.
Well, guys, real quick, I just want to say thank you to Jay for joining me tonight. It was an honor and a pleasure to have you here on my channel, sir. And it has been a privilege to watch BeardGents grow over the last year and become one of those companies that everybody out there is talking about and can't wait to see what's coming next from them. I want to thank everybody in the chat. You guys know me, man. If you spend 2 minutes with me or 2 hours with me, you took time out of your day to come click on my channel, and that means something to me. It means a lot to me. I thank everyone for the support, for the thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, whatever it is, guys. You know me, man. I love you guys. I love this community, and I'll always keep trying to do something awesome with you guys. It's been a great night, man. Jay, again, thank you so much, brother. Thank you for being just an awesome, awesome, awesome guest tonight, man, and having a lot of fun with us.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been an honor being on the show, man. I've been looking forward to this. Yeah, disregard my, I don't know what happened in the chat there. I was trying to put out your discount code, and oh no, it kind of glitched, and there's a bunch of 10s in the chat room. I apologize. But yeah, it's Bearded Life 10. You get 10% off tonight only. So if, if there's something on your radar, something you want to try, use Joe's code and save a few bucks at checkout. So.
And guys, seriously, BeardGents has some great stuff. The butters are fantastic. The oils are great. His soaps, I'm sorry, I'll keep saying it until somebody knocks him out of my #1 spot. It's my favorite soap in the game, period. Period. So whatever you grab, if you go and grab 2 oils, throw a soap in the cart too, because you won't regret it, guys. Thank you all so much for making Meet Your Maker what it is so far. Next week we'll be back. We're going to have Renewed Man on, so should be a lot of fun. We can't wait. BeardGents, Jay, thank you guys so much. Thank everyone for joining us. For now, stay safe, guys. Stay bearded. And most of all, be kind to each other and be good to each other, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Good night, everybody.